What's up, model car fans? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, and welcome to another review. I know it's been a small hiatus since I posted the last video, but been really busy with work. I work at a catering company, and of course December, almost Christmas time, is the busiest time. But anyways, without any further rambling on, let's jump right into today's model review, and I'm going to be showing off my McLaren Speedtail from AutoArt. All right, and here's our model. Again, the 118 AutoArt McLaren Speedtail. This one here finished in Lantana Purple with the insane orange interior, which we'll get to in just a minute here. And yeah, if you guys follow me on my Instagram page, you will have seen that I originally said I was going to be getting this in red. I had pretty much made that final decision until, of course, I actually saw that they were making this in Lantana Purple, saw it in pictures and then in person, and basically immediately changed my mind and went, yeah, I need one of these. Lantana Purple is one of my favorite McLaren colors, so I just had to get it. And yeah, I guess let's just dive straight into the model. And one thing I know with my main camera here, that it's not going to be picking up and doing this color a lot of justice. I'll throw in some photos so you can see what the true color of this purple looks like. Again, as I mentioned, the fastest production McLaren ever built. As you can see, very, very sleek design. Basically, McLaren designed this to be the fastest car in a straight line, so that's why you don't see kind of any crazy wing on the back. It's all very streamlined, and the model itself shows that very well. You can see little vent cutouts in the hood, just how sleek it is on the front end of the car. There's no unnecessary, there's no added extra bits, even down to the fact that the side mirrors here actually tuck into the body when going VMAX. Those do open on the model. I'll show you that in just a second here. But yeah, side profile shot, again, you can see very sleek. You can see in the doors there, like on most McLaren's models, it has kind of the door vents that feed air back in towards the engine, out the side vents through the massive diffuser that this car has with the exhaust pipes in there as well. Again, very kind of minimal rear detail on this car, again, keeping it nice and smooth and sleek to go through the air. The party trick that you guys may or may not know on the Speedtail is that, of course, the entire body is made from carbon fiber. And given that there isn't any wing, you might be wondering, well, how do they control downforce and make sure the car, kind of sticks to the road? Well, the carbon fiber actually flexes on the car, and it does on the model as well. You can see the little slit cutouts here for it actually flexes. And the way they do that on the model, of course, in the real car, it's kind of active aero. It just does it itself. But on the model, there's a little tab on the bottom here. As you can also see all the beautiful carbon fiber, and here's the exhaust that I was talking about. And you can kind of see just how long that diffuser piece is. It doesn't go quite as far on here as in the real car. But anyways, we're getting a little off track. So right here is a little tab that if you, hopefully you can see on camera here. So you can see right now, it's fully flat. And if I gently push that tab forward, you can see it doesn't have a lot of movement, but hopefully you can see there how that piece flexes up a little bit. I can gently, I don't want to do that. You don't definitely, I was about to do that. You definitely don't want to use your fingers and try to pull it. You'll definitely crack it. But you can hopefully see there. So here's up. And this is what it looks like, completely flat. Not the hugest difference, but still a very cool feature that AutoArt put in, given that it's a feature on the real car. One of the kind of controversial things when McLaren launched this car was, of course, having the carbon fiber wheel covers. It is just a cover, so I know it can just be removed, and I've seen some pictures of actual customer-delivered cars that have removed them. I don't know. I'm kind of hit or miss. I don't think you can take them off on this model. Maybe if I wanted to actually break down the model and take the wheels off. I'm not going to attempt it myself personally. I don't mind the look of it. I think, it's there for a purpose. That's the way the car came. I liked how AutoArt integrated it. You can still see the wheel design on the back. Of course, you can see how it's the same at the front. This piece is also finished in carbon fiber. Hopefully the camera is going to pick that up there. But yeah, the wheel covers are finished in carbon fiber, just like the real car. And yeah, bit of a controversial thing. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this design or not. Like I say, for what it is, I like it. It adds to kind of the authenticity of the overall model. So for the time being, I say let's leave them on. To finish off a little bit on the outside quickly, if I kind of put the model on its side, we can see that kind of classic McLaren teardrop design, of course. every McLaren designed with a carbon fiber monocage inside. The Speedtail is no different. If I open up the door here quickly, I will get to the mirrors in a second, as I mentioned. But of course, you can open the doors up like this. Of course, the classic dihedral McLaren opening doors. The front and rear, I guess, frunks open as well. And actually, the one cool thing with the real car and that the model showcases is that it actually comes with the fitted luggage set. So we can see we open up the front trunk. We have a good detail inside the front trunk. We have carbon fiber up here. This doesn't open, but on the real car, this little panel here opens up, and that's where you have your kind of now famous gold McLaren Speedtail tools. But yeah, we can see here, if I lift it up gently, that we have one fitted bag that sits in the front trunk. And then if we just close that quickly and we come to the back, we can see right here is the rear, well, I guess the actual trunk of the car. So we can open that up, and then we can gently pull out. There's actually 3 fitted bags that fit back here. I'm going to move the model forward a bit. So we have one thin one in the middle, which is finished in carbon fiber. And then you have 2 that kind of tuck into the sides. So there we go. We have a 4-piece luggage set, which is a really cool detail that AutoArt put onto the car. There's little details like this where I've said before, which is why I love the brand AutoArt, because, you know, it's one of those little things that keeps the authenticity of the car up. And yeah, it's just attention to detail on these models is always a plus. And then I'm not going to do it on camera, but of course you can put all the bags right back in there. Or if you want to, for display, you can have your luggage out and display it around the car should you wish. But yeah, that's a detail that I say from AutoArt, 10 out of 10. It might be a little bit impossible to show, but I mentioned that, of course, the mirrors on the Speedtail sit flush. Again, because of the whole design aspect of the car, of it being super sleek through the air, the mirrors are actually designed to tuck in. And, of course, they're not traditional mirrors. They're actually cameras on either side, which on the inside of the car you have screens that correspond to the right and left sides. So you might be wondering on the model, well, how do I open them? Again, it might be a little hard to see, but basically on either side of the door, on either door, I should say, if you open it up, basically right at the front here, it's going to be really hard to show, but hopefully you can see well enough where my thumb is. You're going to feel there's a little tab. If I push on that tab ever so gently, you can see that the mirror comes out. Now, again, you can see there how there's a bit more of a gap between, and then if you want to close it, you just go ahead and gently push. And then just for some reference, here we go. This is what your Speedtail is going to look like with the mirrors popped out on either side. So here we can see the crazy interior. As I mentioned, it's this basically bright orange color, which has a nice contrast to the purple. I think you might not like it, but I absolutely love it. And of course, if you didn't know, the McLaren Speedtail is McLaren's latest 3-seater. I guess in many ways, it's kind of this spiritual successor to the McLaren F1. So we can see there, oops, sorry about the glare. We can see there the nice 3-seat layout, of course, central seating position for the driver, and then a seat on either side for the 2 passengers you can take along. As we've seen from some videos, primarily from channels like the Triple F collection, yeah, if you're a bigger adult, probably not the most comfortable to sit there, but I mean, you know, the Speedtail, definitely not a car that you're going to be daily driving all the time. So on those few occasions when you decide to stick 3 people in the car to go somewhere, it's going to be an absolute riot. And yeah, of course, we see that central seating position. We have the contrast black on inside the steering wheel with it, the whole thing being wrapped in orange. We can see the different screens. So on the right side, I don't remember which side is which, but you have like your nav. You have obviously your speedometer and everything right in the middle. And then, so these screens right here in front of the key, they're blank on the model, but there's one on each side. You can see the other one on the far side right there. Those are actually your screens for the mirrors. Again, they're computer screens because not traditional mirrors on the Speedtail. We got some median knobs on there. If I flip over to the other side, I guess really the cool thing with it being a center layout is that there really isn't so much a driver's side and the passenger side to this car. Both doors open up. You can kind of climb in and out whichever way you want to. We see some more media controls. On the edge there, we can see actually the graphic on the left-hand side there for the climate control. And yeah, the attention to detail is awesome. We can see even on the main screen, you can see a little bit of speedometer, of course, showing in 0 kilometers an hour or miles an hour. But we see the attention to detail there. If we look at the roof there, we can see the all the controls. So your start-stop button is up there. Your door release controls are the little tabs on the right and left side. We can see the prominent red start button, and then you have your handling, your traditional handling controls, and actually your gear selector. So your park, reverse, neutral, drive is all up there on the roof. They started that with a bit with the center, with the start button and the door controls being up there. But again, given that you have this lovely 3-seat layout and there's no kind of traditional central tunnel or anything, they needed somewhere to put the controls. So yeah, pretty cool that they're all on the roof. And if you're sitting there as a driver, basically all you gotta do is reach your hand right above you and everything is right there. So very easy access. So I'll just end off the video quickly by showing you what the model looks like fully open. So we have the trunk, we have the front of the car. You open that gently, and then we can open both doors. There you go, guys. There is what this McLaren Speedtail looks like, fully opened up. Again, we have that crazy interior, central seat position, super awesome. And yeah, my overall thoughts on this model, of course, well, again, as I said before, spec and color is going to be different to everyone's taste. I chose the purple. I absolutely love it. I think disregarding the color choice for a minute, I think the overall details on this model, 10 out of 10. AutoArt nailed it again, as they typically do. Again, maybe they could have something a little bit easier to find for opening the mirrors, but once you understand where the tab is to pop out the mirrors, it's awesome. It's really cool that they have the tab on the bottom here, again, as I said, to be able to kind of flex those carbon fiber wing pieces on the back, as I realize the car is not in frame. But yeah, really cool to have that detail. So yeah, overall, color choice aside, McLaren Speedtail by AutoArt, I give it a solid 10 out of 10. Again, there might be some certain design aspects of the car that you might not like, but if you're looking to add a Speedtail model to your collection and one that's not going to be crazy expensive, kind of mid-range, AutoArt about $300. And of course, I'm speaking Canadian. I live in Canada. Of course, I understand prices may vary depending on where you live and whether you buy new or used. But yeah, about $300, brand new. Definitely, I think, in the mid-range of models. I don't think there's a cheaper option on the market. I know there are definitely some more expensive options. They come in a variety of different colors. I'll put a link to the AutoArt website so you can see all the different colors for Speedtail. But I know they made purple, volcano orange, volcano red, silver, supernova silver, frozen blue, and who knows, maybe some more to come in the future. If you enjoyed this video, as always, please give it a big thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel to see more model car content. Follow me on Instagram if you want to keep up to date with what new models I have coming in, what new models might be for sale, and just other fun stuff that I post on there. My Instagram will be in the description down below. Go give me a follow there. Again, if you want to see some more cool stuff here, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.